Hey everyone, welcome to the Reality Access. Here we bring you the latest 90-day fiancé news and exclusive updates every day. If you enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel now. Before the 90 days, is Lisa getting married for a sixth time? Just minutes into Lisa's trip to Nigeria, her boyfriend, Daniel, got down on one knee to propose. While Lisa did fly to Nigeria hoping to put a ring on it, it's clear she wasn't expecting the proposal before she even left the airport. The moment was dramatic, emotional, and completely overwhelming. Cameras were rolling, travelers rushed past, and there, in the middle of arrivals, Daniel held out a ring that could change Lisa's life forever. So, did she say yes? On December 21, 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days introduced its newest Season 8 couple, Lisa and Daniel. From shopping for condoms in explicit detail to Lisa revealing that she spent the last 21 years living as a lesbian, it's clear that Lisa is already becoming one of the most talked about and controversial cast members this season. In a franchise known for shocking twists, cultural clashes, and whirlwind romances, Lisa's story may be one of the most complex yet. Prior to flying to Nigeria, Lisa revealed that her trip would mark the first time she meets her boyfriend, Daniel, in real life. After months of messaging, video calls, and romantic promises, she was finally ready to see if their digital love could survive face-to-face reality. However, before their relationship can fully take off, the couple must sort through Lisa's romantic history and face Daniel's conservative family. The Season 8 preview teased tension surrounding money, trust, and secrets that could derail everything. Now that Daniel has proposed, it's clear that these issues will come to the forefront sooner rather than later. Scroll down to find out everything we know about 90 Day Fiancé newbie Lisa, including whether she said yes to Daniel's surprising proposal and what that decision could mean for her future. Who is Before the 90 Days Season 8 star Lisa? Lisa is a 51-year-old woman from King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, with what TLC calls a colorful romantic history. But colorful may be an understatement. Lisa's past is layered with marriages, heartbreak, identity shifts, and emotional reinventions. The self-described, spontaneous, open-hearted woman has never been afraid to chase love, even when it hasn't worked out. She has been married 5 times, and for the last 21 years, she has lived openly as a lesbian. That's the big secret she carried with her on the plane to Nigeria, and the one she hasn't fully shared with Daniel's family yet. Lisa admits that her life hasn't followed a traditional path. She married young the first time, believing she had found stability, but that relationship ended. Then came another marriage, and another. Some were brief, some lasted longer. Each one left its mark. Over time, Lisa began to question her identity and her understanding of love. Eventually, she embraced life with women and built relationships that felt more authentic to her at the time. For more than 2 decades, she identified as a lesbian. She built a community, she lived openly, she dated women seriously, and she believed that chapter defined the rest of her life. Until Daniel messaged her. Lisa lives with her daughter Faith, who plays a central role in her life. "I live with my daughter Faith, or Faith lives with me. We live with each other," Lisa explained. "She is the apple of my eye." Their relationship is unusually open. Lisa claims they talk about everything, including sex, relationships, and daily frustrations. "We talk about everything, when there's a topic of sex and masturbating to dirty dishes in the sink, and who's going to do the laundry tomorrow," Lisa said, blending humor with candidness. But Faith sees patterns her mother doesn't always want to acknowledge. During the episode, Faith revealed that her mother has a history of falling into toxic relationships. "She doesn't want to talk about it," Faith said. "She doesn't want to hear me, or she told me I'm not allowed to feel that way." Faith worries that her mom rushes into love, that she ignores red flags, that she believes passion will fix incompatibility. And now, with a 39-year-old man in Nigeria proposing within minutes of meeting her in person, those fears feel more real than ever. Who is Lisa's boyfriend, Daniel? Daniel is a 39-year-old man from Nigeria. While viewers don't yet know much about his full background, early impressions paint him as charming, confident, and deeply romantic. Lisa described him on the show's Instagram page as a smooth operator. She laughed as she told viewers, "He's so sweet it hurts my teeth like a bad candy bar." It's a quirky metaphor, but it captures how Daniel makes her feel, overwhelmed in the best way. In his introduction scene, Daniel stands at the airport holding flowers, scanning the arrivals gate for Lisa. His smile is wide, his body language suggests confidence. He appears certain about what he wants. And what he wants is Lisa. But Daniel's life is not as simple as an airport proposal. He comes from a conservative Nigerian family, one that may struggle with Lisa's past. Nigeria is a country where traditional family structures and cultural expectations carry significant weight. Age gaps can be scrutinized, past marriages raise eyebrows, and a history of same-sex relationships could create serious tension. Daniel hasn't yet fully introduced Lisa to his family in a formal setting. That moment is coming, and when it does, Lisa's secrets may explode into the open. Are Lisa and Daniel engaged? When Daniel dropped to a knee, Lisa froze. "Oh my God," she told producers, "I came here for an engagement. I just wasn't expecting it to be in the first 10 minutes. The shock was written across her face. She had imagined romantic dinners, private conversations, maybe a sunset proposal, not a public spectacle at baggage claim. "I had so many other things in my head going on," she continued. "I don't want to say yes because I have to tell them my secrets, like the fact that I'm still married to a woman and that I've been married 5 times, and that I've been with women for the last 21 years. Yes, she is still legally married to a woman. That complication alone could derail a visa process. It could damage Daniel's standing with his family. It could even call into question whether this engagement can legally proceed." But in the emotional rush of the moment, logic took a back seat. Lisa looked at Daniel. She saw his hopeful eyes. She saw the ring. She saw the future she had imagined during late-night phone calls. And she said yes. "Yes, baby," she told him. The crowd clapped. Daniel beamed. The ring slid onto her finger. They were officially engaged. But celebration quickly gave way to anxiety. After Daniel's proposal, Lisa immediately thought about what this decision would mean for her daughter. "Faith is going to be furious when she finds out we got engaged," Lisa admitted. "I told her that I was going to come clean before he proposed, and that didn't happen." Faith had begged her mother not to rush, to take time, to be careful. "She wants me to be very careful and not rush things, but tonight the last thing I want to think about is the lecture I'm going to get from Faith." In that sentence lies the tension of Lisa's story: passion versus prudence, romance versus reality. How did Lisa and Daniel meet? Lisa fell in love with Daniel after he reached out to her on social media. "At first I thought, this is a scam artist," Lisa admitted. "We didn't know each other from Adam or Eve. I said, I'm not talking to you, you're not real." In the world of online dating, especially international messaging, skepticism is common. Many Americans have heard stories of romance scams involving overseas partners asking for money. Lisa was cautious. But Daniel persisted. He messaged again. He complimented her photos. He asked thoughtful questions. He sent voice notes. Slowly, Lisa's defenses softened. "To be quite honest with you, I wasn't even thinking that I'd be interested in a man after 21 years, she confessed. But sure enough, Daniel came along. What started as curiosity turned into daily communication. Daily communication turned into emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy turned into love. They talked about their dreams, their fears, their families, their pasts, though not all details were fully disclosed. Over time, Lisa began to imagine a life in Nigeria or bringing Daniel to the United States. She imagined introducing him to Faith. She imagined proving her critics wrong. But online love is one thing. In-person chemistry is another. The airport proposal may have sealed their engagement, but it also opened a door to challenges they can no longer ignore. Can Lisa's 6th marriage succeed where 5 others failed? Will Daniel's family accept her? Will Faith forgive her for moving too fast? And most importantly, will the secrets Lisa is carrying destroy this love before it even has a chance to begin? Only moments after landing in Nigeria, Lisa's long-distance boyfriend, Daniel, stunned her by dropping to one knee and asking her to marry him. Although Lisa boarded the plane hoping that an engagement might happen during her trip, she never imagined it would unfold before she even exited the airport. The proposal was spontaneous, emotional, and intensely public. Cameras captured every second. Travelers hurried past with luggage in hand, and right there in the arrivals area, Daniel presented a ring that could redefine Lisa's future. So, did she accept? On December 21, 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days introduced viewers to one of its newest Season 8 pairs, Lisa and Daniel. From Lisa openly discussing intimate topics like buying condoms to her surprising revelation that she has spent the last 21 years living as a lesbian, it quickly became clear that she would be one of the most headline-grabbing personalities of the season. In a franchise famous for cultural clashes, explosive arguments, and whirlwind romances, Lisa's journey may rank among the most layered and unpredictable yet. Before traveling overseas, Lisa admitted that the trip would be the very first time she and Daniel would meet face-to-face. After months of texting, video chatting, and exchanging romantic promises across continents, she was ready to test whether their digital chemistry could survive real-life interaction. But before their love story can fully blossom, they must confront Lisa's complicated romantic past and Daniel's deeply traditional family. Teasers for Season 8 hint at brewing conflict involving finances, trust, and long-held secrets that threaten to unravel everything. Now that Daniel has already proposed, those sensitive issues are likely to surface much sooner than expected. Here's a closer look at everything revealed so far about Lisa, including whether she accepted Daniel's unexpected proposal and what it could mean moving forward. Who is Lisa? Lisa is a 51-year-old woman from King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, described by TLC as having a colorful romantic history. But that phrase barely scratches the surface. Her past is filled with multiple marriages, heartbreak, identity shifts, and major life reinventions. She proudly calls herself spontaneous and open-hearted, someone who has never shied away from chasing love, even when it didn't work out. She has been married 5 times, and for more than 20 years, she has lived openly as a lesbian. Those 2 facts form the emotional core of her story, and they are secrets she carried with her when she flew to Nigeria, secrets she has not fully disclosed to Daniel's family. Lisa acknowledges that her life hasn't followed a traditional script. She entered her first marriage at a young age, believing it would provide stability and permanence. Instead, it ended. Subsequent marriages followed, some brief, others more serious, but none ultimately lasted. Over time, Lisa began to reevaluate her identity and her understanding of romantic connection. Eventually, she embraced relationships with women and built a life within that community, feeling that it reflected her authentic self. For 21 years, she believed that chapter defined her future. Then, Daniel entered the picture. Lisa shares her home with her daughter, Faith, who remains one of the most important figures in her life. "I live with my daughter, Faith," or "Faith lives with me. We live together," Lisa explained affectionately. "She is the apple of my eye." Their relationship is unusually candid. Lisa says they discuss virtually everything, from daily chores to deeply personal subjects. She prides herself on their openness and humor. However, Faith sees patterns her mother sometimes refuses to confront. During her on-camera confessional, Faith expressed concern about Lisa's tendency to fall into unhealthy relationships. "She doesn't want to talk about it. She doesn't want to hear my perspective. Sometimes she tells me I'm not allowed to feel that way." Faith worries that her mother moves too quickly when emotions run high. She fears Lisa overlooks warning signs and believes love alone can solve incompatibility. And with a 39-year-old Nigerian man proposing within minutes of meeting her in person, those worries suddenly feel justified. Who is Daniel? Daniel is 39 years old and lives in Nigeria. While viewers have only received a brief introduction to him so far, he has already made a strong impression as charismatic, attentive, and romantic. Lisa has described him as a smooth operator, praising his sweetness and charm. In one playful comment, she said, "He is so sweet it hurts my teeth like a bad candy bar," emphasizing just how intensely affectionate he is. In his first appearance, Daniel waits at the airport holding flowers, scanning the crowd eagerly for Lisa. His grin is confident and unwavering. Everything about his demeanor suggests certainty. He knows what he wants. And what he wants is Lisa. But Daniel's world is rooted in tradition. He comes from a conservative Nigerian family where cultural expectations, age dynamics, and marital history carry significant weight. A 12-year age difference may raise questions. 5 previous marriages could spark skepticism, and Lisa's history of long-term relationships with women could present serious challenges in a community where such matters are often viewed conservatively. Now that Daniel has already proposed, those sensitive issues are likely to surface much sooner than expected. Did she say yes? When Daniel lowered himself onto one knee, Lisa was visibly stunned. "Oh my God," she later told producers. "I came here expecting an engagement at some point, but I didn't think it would happen in the first 10 minutes. Her face revealed equal parts joy and panic. She had envisioned romantic dinners, meaningful conversations, perhaps a scenic backdrop, not a proposal beside luggage carousels. "My mind was racing," she admitted. "I didn't want to say yes without telling him everything, that I'm still legally married to a woman, that I've had 5 husbands before, that I've been with women for 21 years. Yes, Lisa is still legally married, a complication that could affect immigration processes and raise serious questions for Daniel. Yet in the rush of the moment, emotion outweighed logic. She looked at Daniel's hopeful expression. She thought about their late-night calls and whispered dreams of a shared future, and she answered, "Yes, baby." The surrounding crowd applauded. Daniel smiled broadly as he slipped the ring onto her finger. They were officially engaged. But almost immediately, reality crept in. Lisa's thoughts shifted to Faith. "She's going to be furious," she confessed. "I promised her I'd come clean about everything before he proposed. That didn't happen." Faith had urged her mother to slow down and protect herself emotionally. Instead, Lisa dove headfirst into another engagement. "She wants me to be careful," Lisa admitted, "but tonight I just want to enjoy this moment, not think about the lecture waiting for me." That internal tug-war defines Lisa's storyline: heart versus head, passion versus caution. How did they meet? Their relationship began with a simple message on social media. Daniel reached out first. Initially, Lisa was skeptical. "I thought he was a scam artist," she revealed. "We didn't know each other at all. I told him, 'You're not real, I'm not talking to you.'" Stories of international romance scams made her wary, but Daniel didn't give up. He continued messaging respectfully, complimenting her, asking thoughtful questions, and sending voice notes that felt genuine. Gradually, her walls came down. "I never imagined I'd be interested in a man again," she admitted, but Daniel changed that. What started as casual conversation evolved into daily contact. Daily contact deepened emotional connection. Emotional connection transformed into love. They discussed dreams, fears, family values, and future plans, though some truths remained unspoken. Lisa began envisioning life in Nigeria. She also imagined bringing Daniel to the United States. She pictured introducing him to Faith and proving skeptics wrong. But virtual romance is one thing. Living it in person is another. The airport proposal may have formalized their engagement, but it also accelerated the timeline for difficult conversations. Will Lisa's 6th attempt at marriage bring lasting happiness? Can Daniel's traditional family accept her complicated history? Will Faith forgive her for moving too fast yet again? And most crucially, will Lisa's unfinished business, including her legal marriage, threaten everything before it truly begins? As Season 8 unfolds, viewers can expect emotional confrontations, cultural tension, and revelations that test the foundation of this whirlwind engagement. Before the 90 days, is Lisa getting married for a 6th time? Just minutes into Lisa's trip to Nigeria, her boyfriend, Daniel, got down on one knee to propose. While Lisa did fly to Nigeria hoping to put a ring on it, it's clear she wasn't expecting the proposal before she even left the airport. So did she say yes? On December 21st, 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days introduced its newest Season 8 couple, Lisa and Daniel. From shopping for condoms in explicit detail to Lisa revealing that she's spent the last 21 years living as a lesbian, it's clear that Lisa is already becoming one of the most interesting cast members this season. Prior to flying to Nigeria, Lisa revealed that her trip would mark the first time she meets her boyfriend, Daniel, IRL. However, before their relationship can fully take off, the couple must sort through Lisa's romantic history and face Daniel's conservative family. The season 8 preview teased that the couple would face tension surrounding money and trust. Now that Daniel has proposed, it's clear that these issues will come to the forefront sooner rather than later. Scroll to find out everything we know about 90 Day Fiancé newbie Lisa, including if she said yes to Daniel's surprising proposal, below. Who is before the 90 Days Season 8 star Lisa? Lisa is a 51-year-old woman from King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, with what TLC calls a colorful romantic history. The spontaneous, open-hearted Lisa is keeping a big secret. She's been married 5 times and has spent the last 21 years living as a lesbian. Now that her path has crossed with Daniel, it's clear that this could be her most explosive love story yet. She revealed, "I live with my daughter, Faith, or Faith lives with me. We live with each other, and she is the apple of my eye. We talk about everything when there's a topic of sex and masturbating to dirty dishes in the sink and who's going to do the laundry tomorrow." Later in the episode, Faith explained that her mother has a bit of a pattern when it comes to toxic relationships. She revealed, "She doesn't want to talk about, she doesn't want to hear me, or she told me I'm not allowed to feel that way." Who is Lisa's boyfriend, Daniel? Daniel is a 39-year-old man from Nigeria. While we don't know much about Daniel yet, Lisa revealed on 90 Day Fiancé's Instagram page, he is a smooth operator. She continued to praise her long-distance boyfriend, telling viewers, "He is so sweet it hurts my teeth like a bad candy bar." To prove her point, Daniel is then shown in the airport with flowers waiting for Lisa to land. Aside from that, all we know right now is that Daniel comes from a conservative family that may not take too well to Lisa's romantic history. Are Lisa and Daniel engaged? When Daniel got down on one knee, Lisa told producers, "Oh my God, I came here for an engagement. I just wasn't expecting it to be in the first 10 minutes. I had so many other things going on in my head. I don't want to say yes because I have to tell them my secrets, like the fact that I'm still married to a woman and that I've been married 5 times and that I've been with women for the past 21 years. That being said, she immediately told Daniel, "Yes, baby." After Daniel's proposal, Lisa thought about what saying yes would mean to her daughter Faith, telling viewers, "Faith is going to be furious when she finds out we got engaged. I told her that I was going to come clean before he proposed, and that didn't happen. She wants me to be very careful and not rush things, but tonight the last thing I want to think about is the lecture I'm going to get from Faith." How did Lisa and Daniel meet? Lisa fell in love with Daniel after he reached out to her on social media. During her first episode, Lisa revealed, "To be quite honest with you, I wasn't even thinking that I'd be interested in a man after 21 years, but sure enough, Daniel came along." Looking back at how they met, she explained, "He messaged me on social media. We didn't know each other from Adam or Eve, so at first I thought, this is a scam artist. I said, I'm not talking to you, you're not real, but he kept trying to talk to me."